This is day one of my van conversion. Well, I say day one. I already took the seats out, which were down in front here. Sorry about the sound, because I did have a little microphone, but then the clip broke and Amazon made me take it back, so now I've not got one. Hopefully we're not echoing like we're inside a tin can, which essentially we are. But this is it. This is Fiat Ducato. It's a length 3, height 2 Fiat Ducato, and yeah, I've got to get the floor up today. I am wanting to seal up any holes where the bolts were holding the seats down. Also, I want to get any slightly rusty bits painted, which there shouldn't be any, and put some Celotex or some kind of insulation, some battens, and then some plywood on top. We will see how far we get. Now it's quite hard to see, but here there's a slight dent on the outside, so I'm going to try bashing that with a rubber mallet to see if I can get rid of it. I tried doing it with the sink plungery thing and pulling it from the outside, but that wasn't happening, so I thought, seeing as I'm taking the panels off inside, I'll have a go at bashing it from inside. Here's my little dented bit, and I'm going to give it a bash. I thought it might just pop, but it isn't. That might have done it. Well, it's not perfect, but it's loads better than it was. That's most of the stuff stripped out. I've taken all the panels off the walls, off the doors. I've had a little bash at my dent that was in the back driver's side panel near the wheel arch, and that looks better because they were going to charge me like 800 quid to do various little bumps. And also they said they couldn't get the van in the spray booth, so the place I went couldn't do it anyway. Yeah, so I've done those bits. I need to go and buy some bits for the floor and do some measuring. Be interesting. But I'm going to leave the lino on the floor for now because it's really wet outside, and I'm going to have to fill some holes in the floor with bolts, where the seats came up, and at the minute there's rain running down the drive, so I don't particularly want to lie on the floor under the van. I thought I'd better check before I go off to B&Q to see what the state is under the floor here, because I've got all these holes down here, and I'm going to have to put bolts back through them and fix them with some kind of silicone to stop any damp and rust. But I need to see how much paint I'm going to need, like the Hammerite rust paint stuff. I've got all the screws out and I've got the lino up. I'm going to have a look underneath. Which looks not bad.
No, and you can put the bolts back and they'll be below the recess of the... Well, that one won't.
No. Well, most of them are on the top ledges.
Yeah, you can
but,
put all rough edges up and file down.
But they will disappear into the insulation.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. I was thinking about the rust of your van.
Yeah, but when I...
Yeah.
If I do them with a wire brush...
Yeah.
And some...
Paint them.
hammer eye, and I'll
Yeah.
get this sort of hoovered and cleaned out.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the result. That looks pretty good under there. Fortunately, I'm not going to have to do too much work on it, and this piece of wood, I might have to replace this piece of wood because it's got all these holes in it and I don't want to have dimples in the floor. But I've not really decided what to do with the floor yet, because if I do something like laminate, it won't make much difference. But if I do lino, that will leave little dimples, so I'll think on that. I've been shopping. I bought some, it's not Celotex, it's Resticel, I don't know, something like that. Recticel. It's 25mm, which is what I need for the floor. I bought some, I can't pick it up, some timber, which is 25mm as well. So, so that will stick down to the floor to make like the battens to put the insulation in between. I've got 2 tubes of sticks like shit, although they just call it sticks like now. Maybe they've taken that naughty word off. I have some silver aluminium tape stuff to cover up the joins so it forms a vapour barrier. Sounds like I know what I'm talking about, I don't. Then I've got these screws, which I saw on Greg Virgo's video, which are self-drilling. So these should go through the wood into the metal, and but I have to make sure I'm not going to like drill holes in my fuel tank. And a little pot of direct to rust metal paint, which will go under the floor when I get all that done. But there shouldn't be much rust because it's only 4 years old, and I've had a little look and there doesn't seem to be much going on. And that's it for now. I will get all this stuff out and start to get the floor up. As you can see here, I've had to put up like it's a bit of a gazebo. I've got like a goalpost under one side, and then the rest of it's on the top of the van with bungee ropes holding it down, because it is chucking it down, and it's given this for a whole week, so I can't just wait for it to stop. So I shall crack on. That's the first clean of the floor. We can really see the holes in the floor now, and there's a little bit of rust. Clean the floor, first clean. It's still going to need another clean. Then I've got to sort the holes out in the floor, which I will use the bolts that came out of the holes and put them back through, and then I will paint them all up with the Hammerite rust paint. And yeah, after I've got all that, there's lots of steps to do before you can even put your floor down. Lots of steps. So that is going to be tomorrow, but I've got to get these rings out of the floor, like the anchor points, and then I'll put the screws back through. But they've got some silly hexagonal thing which I don't have, but I think my dad's got one, or I'm seeing my mate Liam the Terrible later, he might have one, to get these hexagonal bolty things out. That's kind of really as far as I'm going to get today, because this needs to dry and I can't do anything without taking the bolts out. And yeah, that's it really for day one, I guess. Just tidy up.